Back, back, train, and get your load. Back, back, train, and get your load. Back, back, train, back, back, train. Back, back, train, and get your load. I thought I heard that church bell tone. Thought I heard that church bell tone. Tone just like, tone just like, tone just like somebody's gone. I tell a story of Bells. Born to a name her mother would not have given her. Had her birth been blessed in the land of her grandmothers, she was called Elizabeth, a word she could not say. Short-tongued, she called herself Lilybell. She learned the ways of field work and kitchen, the ways of setting table and serving, of answering the summoning bells and serving with a humility she did not feel serving when still a child. She was forced into womanhood. She could not name her son, but when the mistress of the house gave birth to and could not nurse her child, Lilybell's milk served both babes' needs. And when her own son, still just a boy, was taken from her to rise early to the sound of an iron bell, to work his father's fields without recompense, Lilybell prayed that he might be safe, for she knew his heart. She knew he would run away. The first time the patty rollers caught him, they whipped him until he fainted, his scars a bloody map upon his back. The second time he ran away, his own father locked a metal collar around his neck, its prongs upright like a cursed crown around his head, like daisy petals from which dripped jingling alarms. The third time, the last time, Lilybell found him, a hard wind twisting him slowly at the end of the rope dangling from the basket oak, and the little bells announcing his death. That other child grew to be a man who took life for granted. On a Sunday morning, as the church bells rang, summoning families to prayer, he, wobbling, bourbon breath, returned to his home. He saw Lilybell silently spinning cotton thread at her spinning wheel. He slapped her as he mumbled, "Get me something to eat." Her cheek burned, her ears rang. The ringing stopped as she thought of her own child, her blood's child, how the little bells had summoned her to him, to the basket oak. She rose, dashed the spinning wheel to the ground, and with one of its broken legs and the anguish of her broken heart, she beat that young man, that other child, until he wept like a baby. "I suckled you at my breast," she cried. "I bathed you when I could not even hold my own child. I gave my life to you and your kin, and your kind took my son. I gave you the milk of life, resigned myself to tragedy, and you had the nerve to slap me?" When she could finally see beyond her pain, she stopped herself. Still breathing as if she'd moved a mountain, Lilybell dropped the wood. That other child, whimpering, stumbled away to tell someone, and Lilybell knew she might die soon. She was not ready to die. She was too old to run, but she thought of her son. She heard the cows in the nearby meadow, the rusty cowbell swinging around the lead cow's neck. The lead cow, big and strong. The lead cow disappeared. Near the edge of the shallows of the Ohio River stood a small house. The family who lived there found an old woman deeply sleeping under a chestnut tree. She trembled, sopping wet, coated with mud, clutched in her hand its clapper broken. was an old cowbell. Beside her was her riding horse, a wet, fat, brown cow. The woman reminded them of lost family, of grandmothers missing and gone. The woman became Mother Lily Bell. She lived with them for many years. She called them her children. She told them stories of her past. She kept the broken bell, a rusting memento, mutely resting on the pie crust table beside her bed. They all called her Mother Lily Bell and prayed for her nightmares and nightly tears to end. When Lily Bell died, the family she'd found buried her in the woods. Pieces of a white plate marked her grave. No preacher prayed for her soul, but her family, a loving congregation, honored the passing of a strong woman far from the land of her grandmothers. A mourner's words amidst soft, deep mourning mapped her way to heaven, tolling like church bells, marking hours and nameless lives, their stories yet untold.